How come you don't feel productive?
Because we had 4th of July weekend, and it went a little. I mean, it was okay. So my birthday wasn't June 20th, and my best friend, she's like, "Hey, I want to like." She's one of my best friends. She wasn't in town, so she didn't really. She forgot to actually tell me that birthday.
Oh, okay.
I live in Las Vegas right now.
Right.
So she's like, you know what? Get you a ticket. And I was just in LA. I come here all the time for work, and
right.
I'm trying to move. So she's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna get you tickets. I'm gonna go to your hotel. So she got me tickets. We flew in on Sunday. We stayed at Beverly Hills Hotel. So everything was super nice, super fancy, super amazing. I was just been drinking morning to night every single day. Yesterday, I was just like, okay, I need some time off.
Right.
And I just went for a walk and tried to work on my, tried to be somewhat productive. And it's just like,
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's productive this weekend.
Plus 2 weeks I was kind of not because I was in LA too.
Oh, okay.
I had good meetings and it was somewhat productive. I feel like I can do more. I'm like a perfectionist, you know.
Right.
I feel like I can do more.
Right. What do you do?
I have a line, like a clothing line.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. It's amazing how many models and people in fashion that I get in this car.
Really?
There are, like, I have a...
You know, it doesn't make me feel like there's more competition.
No, exactly. Well, there's never going to be too many.
Yeah.
Not in LA. If for LA fashion, acting, picture, whatever entertainment, there's room for more because that's what this whole town thrives on. It's that lifeblood. It's fashion and entertainment. That's cool. That's good that you got one. Yeah, but I've had, let's see, 4 or 5 people who work in fashion, two people who want to be models, at least a dozen FITM students, and a ton of models. Like they end up on I put them on my Instagram so they can find one another. Like, what was it? One girl, she didn't need any help at all. And I don't know if it actually turned out. Her name is Camilla Marone, and I see her work all over the place. I've seen her on billboards. She was in the car. Really great girl. We talked, blah blah blah. This guy, he was talking about models, and I said, "You ever heard of this person?" He says, "Who is she?" And he looked at her. She's amazing. She's got a great look. I would love to use her, and yada yada yada. So he said he's going to contact her. I'm like, cool. Tell her I said hi. Yeah, I mean yeah. But yeah,
The job is cool. You can meet so many people. It's like, so what do you do with filming? Are you still
I'm a writer. I'm writing now. As a matter of fact, next month I'm going to put this thing out on YouTube, which is do you know the story of Hamlet?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know have you ever heard of Dr. Seuss?
Yes, of course.
I'm Dr. Seussing Hamlet. I'm making it easier for Americans to read and understand. Because, no one's going to read it in its present form.
What do you call that? When they ask you to read something and you go online to read like a short version, an easier version of it.
You need Cliff Notes. Yeah, basically, I've made Cliff Notes for Hamlet. I haven't changed. Yeah, it's completely hilarious. I haven't changed the story. I've just made fun of all the characters and how they do what they do. And I did it for some friends who I knew had never read it and would probably never get around to reading it. It was a bunch of brothers. Yeah. And originally I titled it as Hamlet for the Brothers. But I since thought about, people who, don't normally go to plays. Since it's I'm doing it as a one-man reading, yeah. I'm doing it in 9 different accents. Every character will be in a different accent. South African, Irish, Russian, Nigerian, English, one dude Hispanic. I'm doing one person, an Australian accent. And I've been working on all those accents, and I can do them.
What are you going to do yourself?
I'm going to do this. You will hear, that will be me, you see. That will be my voice. You will hear me in an Irish accent from time to time, or maybe from South Africa. There will be all these different characters will be me doing it in different accents. So yeah, that's what I like comedy. I like satire.
Yes.
And so that's why I want to do that. And if that works, then I'm going to do another play where it's a 3-act play where it's a conversation between God and the devil, bitching about which one of them has the worst job.
That's good. Just be careful touching religious.
Well, that's the whole point. Religious satire, it's supposed to be fun. Like, did you ever get a chance to go see the Book of Mormon?
No, I haven't. I lived in New York. It just came out, and I couldn't get it because guess what? Everything was sold out for like
Yeah.
a year ahead.
Exactly.
So yeah, I haven't seen it yet, and I'm so mad at myself because it just came out with a new play, right?
It is amazing. It was great.
I know.
And it's purposely irreverent, you know,
Yeah.
which is basically what mine is. Mine is basically if you imagine the two most powerful people in the universe that are just like everybody else. Like, my job sucks. I've got all the power in the world. My job sucks, and that's they just it's like two models talking about how much they hate what they do for a living. Like, really?
What else do you do?
Yeah, exactly. So that. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty doing that. And I'm doing the stand-up comedy. Like, I just started doing Vines, and I didn't know that I didn't think I could do it. Turns out I'm doing okay. People like my Vines.
That's the thing. You have to try.
Yeah.
Until you know.
It's easier than I thought it would be. It really is. I thought 6 seconds is not enough time to say something particularly funny or come up with funny material. But if you are forced into that box, you perform. And I was able to do some, and I just started doing them last week. I started doing Vines, and I started still doing my every day I do a daily positive post on Instagram.
Oh, perfect. Motivational.
Oh yeah, I like to motivate people. I like to, because we all go through the same stuff. We all, just like you said, I'm not feeling productive. You're working every day. It took, Rome was a great idea, and at first it started off as just an idea. All right, and then there was just one rock.
We actually have a saying too. Moscow wasn't built in one night.
Exactly. It started off as an idea, and it took years before it was done. Not every day was the most productive day, but they just kept working, and they kept working, and eventually Moscow was, because before Moscow was a city, it was just a piece of dirt.
No, absolutely, you're right. But there's so many ideas in so little time. I start with something, and I'm just like, I'm that person who gets so many things going on in my mind.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh my God, I have to take what's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah, because as soon as you have the idea in your head, you want it finished yesterday. You know what I mean? But it'll get there. Your line will get there. How long have you been doing this?
So, this is a family business. We've been in business for 3 years.
30 years?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
But it's how it appeals to American market and
okay.
a completely different line, which is mine. It's dresses, maybe more like on the dressier side.
Right.
But it's for kids, for babies, like little girls, not babies, but little girls to 7 years old, and to us, girls. So it's kind of like we teach them
How to dress elegantly.
Yes, from youth.
This is actually the right time for that. This is absolutely the right time for that, because you have girls have always been image conscious to whatever degree, but never more so than now.
Yeah.
Especially out here. So yeah, I think that could work. I don't know. You could feel what I know about fashion on a post-it, but I understand great ideas.
Yeah, we'll see. It can be easy, and at some point it can be hard. Because right now I'm based in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I love New York. I lived in New York the first time. You know what? I need to go back.
Right. Okay.
But New York is cool. As cool as it can be.
Right.
And to me, it's the best place in the world to live in. But it can be very, very challenging.
I would imagine, sure.
So I decided I think it's better for me
To open a market up here.
to start it from here because I feel like it's easier because I'm now working. And I feel it's good. It's the point of my life when I actually if I want to go to the beach, I'm just going to drive out there and just relax, read a book, and just unwind. Rather than be in this busy, crazy city that
With all that noise.
everyone is running somewhere. This past life, I mean, it's sick. I love it. But oh my gosh, it can be so tiring. Like it drowns your energy. It sucks it off from you because everyone is always running. And then you look at them and like, what are they running to? Why am I not running to? Maybe I should get second job or third job too.
Right.
Like that's how it is there. And it's really motivating. It's cool.
That's all right.
It's very cool.
That's cool. friend from Moscow. She's in Prague now. She does makeup line.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I see her on Instagram. Her name is, I don't know how to say her last name properly. It's Alisa Arlisnova. And if you ever see her here, you'll see. If her line grows as big as she wants it to eventually. That's all right. That's, see, the world is creative people, man. Creative people add value to life.
Oh, I love to talk to passionate people.
Yeah.
This crazy passion about something. Oh, wow. It's crazy.
You know, it's here, everyone, when you think about it, when you talk to any child, any 6-year-old or 7-year-old, they all have dreams, reasons. They know why they're here, because they want to do thus and so. And then people get older, and life and work gets in the way, and they start to doubt. And it's unreasonable to continue to be creative and dream. But that's what we are. I'm unreasonable. I could just get a job and work and be a cog. I want to change the world in this way. I want to affect it this way. And I won't give up. Now, that's not always going to be the easiest thing in the world to do. So you may suffer for a long time, financially speaking. But I like comedy. When I'm on stage and people are laughing, that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
That's what life is about for me.
This is like a lot of, again, like, oh, how am I going to change the world? But you are.
Yeah.
As an entertainer, you make them, appreciate and enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
All those little moments.
I think some of the best moments of your life will be when you're spent laughing. I really do. I mean, skiing's fun too. Skiing is fun. I've skied water skiing. I've been snow skiing. Didn't spend a lot of time with that. Brothers don't ski a whole lot. A whole lot of brothers out there snow skiing. But I have been out there. It is fun. I wouldn't mind if I were a little bit better at it, but But like I say, there are so many things.
You need to try everything in this world.
Huh?
In this life.
Oh yeah.
I tried everything. Well, no, everything.
But
I attempted to do a lot of things.
Have you skydived yet?
No, I didn't. But I was that close to do it. My mother's like, no.
Your mother don't want you. She's like, you're jumping out of a plane.
I felt like I was in that moment of my life and I just wanted to, I need to do something crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, Inga, what did she tell me? Oh, so we went to vacation with my mother to Dubai.
Okay.
And they have like the best skydiving.
Right. Yeah. You can do everything there, man.
I mean, seriously, they spend so much money, it's safe.
Right.
It's safe. So she's like, Inga, so you want to skydive? She's like, we just drove from Abu Dhabi to different sites for like shitholes. We had horrible time. She's like, that's not good adrenaline for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She was like, I don't know what it is. I don't think skydiving is gonna help you. So yeah, she didn't let me, but it's okay. One day I'll do it. I learned how to fly a helicopter though.
You can fly a helicopter?
I cannot fly it, but I took classes.
That's
I'm
cool.
Still like.
I have a friend who flies. You know.
Me too. That's, no, I hate flying. I'm scared.
Really?
Right now, I'm gonna go. That's how I kind of approach my.
Wow, that's cool, man. I've been in helicopters because they shake and make so much noise. You feel like this is coming apart.
Yeah, I've been to even worse than that. My helicopter, the one I rode, flew. It was like little one, smaller than
little
car,
2 seats, yeah.
And there's only 2 seats and there's no doors.
Oh my God!
So yeah, we stopped flying with my instructor. He did like kind of put me in an angle, and I could see like down, and I'm like,
oh, he's in a belly roll. Oh wow!
I'm gonna do it again, and then I'm like, okay, do it again.
Do it again.
Yeah, because you have to face that fear.
It's an amazing feeling being in the air, man. Whether you're flying or skydiving, because
Skydive?
I skydove. It's
One time?
no, we went out twice that day. Went out day, and
you like fell and you like,
it's
do it again.
You feel like if you've never been on a roller coaster when it goes down like that, and your stomach kind of, it's 10 times more than that. And because, it doesn't stop. You don't stop. You just eventually level off in that feeling because you got the, your gut comes up and you're like, oh my God. And it's impossible to describe what that feels like. You'll scream your lungs out and you'll still be falling. No matter what's going on, you're still falling. and you just, but it's what you wanted.
Okay, I remember now why I wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I read a book by Paulo Coelho, I love him, called Adultery.
Okay.
So you know what it
Yes.
is about,
Right.
kind of. So yeah, she at the end, after all this cheating and everything, she went, her and her husband went to Switzerland, and then she described, she's like, Paulo Coelho is amazing. He described exactly the feeling you get after you've done it. That after you land it, you need at least 10 minutes to come to your senses.
Yeah.
Not like by yourself, you just wanted to come back to senses because, and when you up in the sky, exactly that's why I wanted to do it. She was explaining how you start appreciating, how you start like feeling alive. That honestly, you're a little piece of this world, right? And when you look from above and you see all these beautiful mountains, you understand how small you are, how small your stupid problems are.
Yeah. Well,
And then you start looking at the bigger picture and you understand, oh my God, like, what am I doing? What am I looking for? Why am I looking for this? And why am I doing the stupidest things?
wow.
Just like, yeah, after that I was like, oh my gosh, I really need to skydive.
There is the feeling you get from skydiving is that you can't compare it to anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say there are things that make you feel a certain way, and I get that, but driving fast in a car, driving fast on a motorcycle, they are comparative. They're velocity. You know, being in a plane, also velocity. But when you jump out of a plane, a metaphor is you're naked. You're naked. You're flying through the air naked. You don't, and there's no control. I mean, a little you can control your descent as you can go faster and a little bit slower if you put it like this, or faster if you do like that. But that's it. No matter what you do, you're still heading down really, really fast. Really nothing. Driving it on a fast you go on a motorcycle, you can go faster going this way, and it won't feel nearly as fast as it does going this way. And it's just an amazing feeling. And then you hit the chute, and the world slows down because the world speeds up. Okay, but you have a sense of it slowing down, you know, because everything's happening like, and then the world slows down, and you're just sort of floating. And when you get to the ground, you look back up and you realize, I'm not dead. That's supposed to kill you, and it doesn't, because people were naturally afraid of falling. You're standing on a building, you jump off a building. There's no way. All this, I could write about this for days, and it still wouldn't even scratch the surface of how exhilarating.
Until you experience it.
Yeah.
Because when people like tell me, oh, I skydived, I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, but when you actually going through that, and then you say, I freaking skydived.
Yeah.
That's the life-changing thing. And yeah, until you know.
And really, the most terrifying part is not after you've jumped, it's before.
Yes.
It's the wrestling with yourself. It's amazing how you can, because you have to force yourself. I don't care what you tell people, you have to force yourself to jump out that plane, and it's not logical to do that. You know, jump out the plane. Why would I jump out of a plane?
Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah.
I jumped off the cliff.
Yeah.
Very, very big cliff
Uh-huh.
in Hawaii. The problem with it was that there's no people, and it's just a waterfall.
Right.
It's not an ocean. It's a waterfall, so you don't even.
You don't know how to, yeah, exactly.
You don't know how deep it is.
Or if there's a rock right there at the
Exactly.
yeah.
Or maybe there's like some snakes. You know. I'm a little bit competitive, so we had like a little thing with guys. Guys didn't want to go higher, and the jump was like, fuck that, I'm gonna go higher.
All right.
Go on high, and they're looking at me like you're crazy. But there's no way back.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You don't climb up here and then climb back down. No, I climbed up here, I'm jumping off.
Yeah, so I jumped.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good fall, but I survived.
Hey man, I like that. It's exactly people because it's not like people who do it aren't scared the first time. Maybe the 15, 20 time you're not scared. But when you're going up there, you gotta force yourself to jump off, and it's not easy to do. It's an amazing feeling. It really is.
So skiing, funny story.
Okay.
Probably 6 or 7 years ago, I went to Tahoe.
Okay.
I would say 6. Went to Tahoe and I don't know how to ski. I'm from Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan is like a little Switzerland.
Right.
Everyone skis there.
How is it you ended up not knowing how to ski?
Because I started leaving my country when I was 10.
Okay.
I completely moved when I was 15.
Okay, so you missed out on that period of time.
Yeah,
right?
and every time I would come visit, like, I don't know, my mom never wanted me
called skis. Yeah.
Yeah, not the snowboard.
Right. Exactly.
So I got there, and I'm standing there, and then like realized how scared I am. Like I would probably fall and break my leg, and never in my life did I break anything. So for me,
Okay,
it's
cool.
like, okay.
Me too. I've never
And I had
broken
a
a bone.
photo shoot. I used to model, and
Okay.
I had a photo shoot in a week. I'm like, and I'm
The
already
kind of
there.
thing your manager be, don't you do this.
Yeah, so I'm standing there for probably 20 minutes, looking down. And it's a bunny hill, but to me it's still like...
It might as well be Mount Everest.
Right? So the instructor comes out to me, he's like, hey, are you okay? I'm like, absolutely. I'm just enjoying this beautiful view. He's like, okay, enjoy. I'll be right back. I'll be back later. I'm like, okay, so 30 minutes later.
Still standing there enjoying the view.
He's like, so how's the view? He's like, you're not tired of it yet? He's like, no, you should need help. I'm like, okay, let's see. He's like, okay, hold me, let's do it. And fall it and fall it. He's like, you know what, honey? Just take them off. So I took them out and I walked down the bunny hill. And I was so embarrassed. But at the same time, I was like, fuck it, I don't need like any bruises, nothing.
Right.
So I took a class with little kids doing like little slopes. And that was it. That was the furthest I got.
Everyone has to start somewhere,
Yeah, but it's not my thing.
It's not really? And it isn't for everybody. Have you
I
ever...
wish I could experience it.
You ever
Like
water ski?
running.
You ever water ski?
I never water ski.
You know what?
I surf.
You will love water skiing.
Because at least if you fall, like you fall.
Yeah, because it's really easy to do. You can learn to do it very fast. You can learn to do it very fast. And like you say, if you fall, you're just in the water. You just hydroplane, you skip, and you drop. There are not a lot of accidents.
It's fun.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. See, these are great stories. Oh, by the way, I'm going to edit, delete this later because I was in camera. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Oh yeah, I put it in a little time after I saw this thing on the news with this. Not that I was afraid you were going to attack me, but I watched this girl beat up this Uber driver. She was drunk. I mean, she beat him up. Well, he couldn't hit her back. He didn't know she beat him up. But it was on camera, And so it's like, if you ever have to pull someone out of your car and run off, you want to be it on camera. You want to see everything that happens on camera. Yeah. And then some of the rides that I have, because I have like a YouTube channel. And some of the rides I post to people, like people say inspirational things or whatever. I post it on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I was lucky enough to get, most of the models, and there was this one celebrity that they did a 15-second, like I do this, I ask these interview questions, right? Can you see these questions right here? I asked these questions, they came from a website, and they asking these questions. If you get one superpower, what kind of superpower would you have? And people got fascinated. Like from where you're from, New York, this guy was doing this thing called Humans in New York, where he was taking pictures of people and he posted them. And when I saw that, I thought that was fascinating. But I always wondered who that person was. What's their story? What are they like? And I figured I'd do that with the people I'd ride around with. I try, I'm fascinated by people. Really fascinated by human beings. So do you have brothers and sisters?
Yep, I have a brother.
Younger or older?
Older.
He's older?
He lives in Kyrgyzstan with my family.
Oh, okay.
He has a wife and 2 kids.
Oh, that's cool. Are you the only one here?
Yes.
Nobody else wants to come out this way? They like it out there. Well, like you say, if it's in Switzerland or Moscow, Switzerland's pretty nice. People don't usually leave Switzerland.
It's in Kyrgyzstan, Central Asia.
All right. Kyrgyzstan, really? Central Asia?
Yes.
Wow.
So it's a former Soviet Union country.
Okay, got it. Okay. Yeah, that's all right. When did you start coming to the States?
To the States, I came when I was 15.
15?
Yes.
By yourself? What? You came here when... How do you... Really?
Yeah, wanted to...
Were you modeling then?
No, I
Where'd you go to high school?
It's in California. I picked California, but I ended up being in Kalinga, which I had a beautiful amazing family. And then here until I turned 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you like an exchange student? Oh, okay. I always wanted to do that, but I played ball. I wanted to go to Japan.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
I did actually in university. I went to Spain and I went to England too. It was so much fun. It's
Wow.
amazing when you travel and you meet. I love different cultures to meet.
That's all
Things
right.
you can do. It's just the way you start looking at life and everything.
You see things differently that way.
Differently.
Yeah. When you get the opportunity, and I always tell people that I meet, you have an opportunity to travel when you really want to, and you want to go to different countries. Like a lot of people have never left this country, but you will have a different outlook on life if you go somewhere else. I've been lucky enough to travel and go to different countries. I went to Greece, went to Australia.
I haven't been to Greece before. I haven't even been to Australia.
You will like both. There's an island off the coast of Greece called Mykonos,
Yes, I know.
and
I was supposed to go for my friend's birthday. I'm 26 and I can't go now.
why
It's
can't
okay,
you?
I'll go.
Oh, wait a minute. Why can't you go?
Yeah, I just have things to do here.
Oh, okay. You're busy working, right? And that was really nice. And
I'm
just
sure Mykonos is like an amazing. She told me this thing. Mykonos is amazing because you don't need to have a plan and you're still gonna have fun. Because like in Las Vegas, you always need to have a plan.
you need to have a plan. Yeah, yeah.
You know, Mykonos like you just go and do whatever and it's fun everywhere.
It is, and that's interesting. I didn't think about it like that, but yeah, because we didn't have an itinerary.
Yeah.
You know, you get there, so what are we going to do? Let's go see what there is, you know? I mean, the fact just getting there was good enough for me, you know? That was like for me, and when I went to Hawaii, they have tourist things and all this stuff there, but even if you don't have a plan, you can still have fun there, you know? And because you meet people, and what was interesting was like, there wasn't a whole lot of brothers in Mykonos. Hey, how you doing? You from America? Yes. And you sit down and you start having these conversations with people because they're fascinated about where you come from and your way of life. And I ask them, what is it like here? What do you guys do here? It was cool. I mean, it's very touristy because it's a tourist rampant. It was amazing. Just like when I went to Australia, everyone knows when they see you and hear you speak that you're not from there, and that's fascinating. Because the question, where are you from?
So, yeah, exactly.
Mm. I like that. Yeah, if you get a chance, if you haven't been to Australia, go. You will like it. They're very nice people. Really, really nice
I used
people.
to date an Australian.
Oh, well, there you go.
But
Yeah.
and I couldn't go. I don't know. I tried, but
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
didn't happen.
The nicest people I've ever ridden with. If I were,
They just relax and chill.
they do. And I mean, every time I drive somebody from Australia, it's such a great experience. They're happy. It's the happiest group of people I've ever seen. Just really in a good mood. And I like that about them. I definitely like that about them. I still haven't gotten my chance to go to, still want to go to Japan though.
Japan.
I'm fascinated by that culture. I want to see it up close.
Like what? What exactly? Is
Well,
fascinating?
it really not so much not the Japan of today, but the Japan of the 1500s. I would just like to see the way some of the homes are constructed, some of the the monuments. That's fascinating. Like Japan today in Tokyo, in Tokyo, it's probably like New York. So that in itself wouldn't be as fascinating as going over to see some of the rural areas, old areas.
Yeah, Japan sounds amazing too.
Well, you're gonna go. You're doing fashion. There'll be shows there. There will be shows. Inga, what's your last name?
My last name? It's pretty Russian.
Pretty Russian.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, better question was, what's the product line name?
The product line is it's called Larissa.
Larissa.
My mom's name.
Okay, there we go. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Every time I go to LA, my car, they always ask me my last name. I always give the first name
Spanish a lot here in LA because there are a lot of people that speak Spanish here. But you know, if you don't run into it, you know.
I thought I used to be pretty good.
You're probably well. You're.
But now I'm just so embarrassed. Like, how could you lose something so fast?
You don't speak as well. Can you still understand it when you hear it though?
I can understand it.
Right.
Just like my mom says about English. I'm like, so mom, how was your English today? She's like, I'm just like a dog. I can understand everything, but you cannot talk.
Can I talk? That's.
Spanish is getting that.
Does your mom visit a lot?
No, she doesn't. She came here when I lived in New York since 2012.
Okay.
She came, yeah.
Been a few years. Okay. So you're your mom's only daughter?
Yes.
So, is there pressure on you? When are you getting married? When are you getting grandchildren?
I'm from Pakistan.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's our. I'm supposed to be married for like 10 years now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking, how are you getting away with this?
Yeah, you know, my brother is amazing. He had 2 kids.
He already has 2 kids,
There's
right?
much pressure, but yeah, my mom talks to me about it every single day. I just wanted to resolve it. I want you to find a husband, your house, career.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, that's one of the things I've noticed about almost every culture that I've most of the culture visited is always their parents always want the kids to get married and have children.
I mean, who doesn't? That's human.
Yeah.
You have to do that.
Yeah. Well, it's like this is one of the places. LA is one of the places you're not married and have kids. That's cool. So many people don't, you know.
Yeah. It's okay. It's all about the perfect time. You know? Don't rush yourself in something you're not ready for.
No. I actually.
Guess what? It's not gonna work out.
That was my posting today, as a matter of fact. I posted today. I said, "Look, for those of you, most of you know this. Relationships, marriage, fatherhood, it's a lot of work. It's work, 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 and then when you're done with that, it's more work. So, if you're not really ready to put in said work, don't apply for that job. Only apply when you're ready." That was today's motivational post.
Sometimes some people will never be ready, so you have to do a push.
Well, you know, here's the thing. I realized, like, when I was younger, when I was closer to your age, I knew that I lacked maturity, and that was not a good time for me to have children. Now, I'm mature enough to be a father, but I'm probably past that window. Probably too old for that now.
No, you're not.
I'm pretty old now, so
You're not.
yeah. There is a reason why people are biologically or whatever. Having kids when you're young is a good idea because even though when you're young you don't really know anything, but you have the energy. you can not get any sleep through.
Health-wise.
Huh?
Health-wise.
It's better when you're young because you're not going to get any sleep for 2 years. And old folks need their sleep. I need my rest. Young folks don't need no sleep. And you got to chase the kids around. I don't want to chase the kids around. If he runs up, let him go. I can't chase him. He'll come back when he's hungry. You know, there's a reason why it's better to have kids when you're young. I'm too old for it, but I'm mature enough now, but I'm too old for it. Now see you.
This is a problem. I'm telling you, you're never going to be ready.
You're never going to be ready.
But to be honest, in LA,
Yeah,
they have kids for the 60s. Don't tell me you don't have energy.
I have energy to work out and do this job and write material, but just who knows?
Exactly.
Who knows?
What if?
Yeah, what
you have
exactly?
That baby in your hands, and it's gonna change your entire understanding of living.
It will.
It's gonna change you so much, and guess what? You won't have this excuse going, can't do it. Yes, you will.
Yeah.
And not because you had to, but because you want to.
What? I agree. You sound right.
You know
I was like, well, you should wear out your shit.
Exactly.
You sound like you got it.
I have a lot of friends who have kids, and they said, I don't know why I was waiting for that long. I should have done it
You should have done it.
earlier.
I had that conversation. Someone said about that a while ago. I said, if I had already, you could have done this and you'd be past this already. That kid were. If I had kids when I was close to your age, my kid would be your
You're
age now.
talking about kids as like troubles, as work.
Well, it's
Yeah, but some people
It's a
talk
gift.
about it as a blessing, it's a gift, it's a miracle, it's you. It's you.
It's
You
a
know what I
little-
mean? That's the difference.
No, I agree. I don't, have a thing against it. I think kids are a blessing to whatever degree they are a blessing, and, because they are your immortality. You're not going to live forever, but that you can live on through that kid. No, I would want to have, just like you said, you want to be settled in your career. I would like to have everything settled just properly, not chasing this dream.
It's about right time.
Yeah, it's about the timing. It's about the timing. But you sound like you were ready last week. You should have had kids already.
No, to be honest, this was my thing. So when I was 18, I was like, okay, I need to probably get married by 23.
By 23.
That's a cultural thing.
Right.
Okay. That's
Okay.
traditions. Then I turned 23. I was like,
Nah, I ain't ready for this shit.
25. Turned 25. Now I'm like, okay, what's 30?
Yeah, okay, yeah. You probably, because you definitely want to be a mom.
It's definitely important to have first.
Better earlier than later. Yeah. So yeah, you okay now?
But now I don't want to have a kid. I want to have a family.
You want the husband and the kid.
But now I don't have time for that.
Make time. Make time. There's time. You don't say like this. Says I don't have the energy. You have time. You have the time. You have to make it. You have to make that a priority. You got yourself a dude?
No.
Get one. They're everywhere.
I don't think I'm ready for a dude because I feel like I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what can I say? I mean, honestly, you got to have the right dude. You definitely got to have the right dude.
Well, when I find the right dude, then it's over.
Okay.
So far.
Oh, let's see. What are the pickings like in the fashion world?
Well, this is the thing. I don't really not into them. Just not.
Well, it's because you're busy. Well, the thing is, you can't. Well, you know what? Here, it works out like this. How it always works out is, it's not when you're looking. It's not when you expect it. It's when you're.
Honestly, it's like seriously motto of my life.
Yeah.
Every time I give up on something, it's coming to
Yeah. There you go. Exactly.
I should give up more often.
Yeah. Exactly. Things work better that way. Because I have never gotten anything I wanted when I wanted it. It usually happens much later.
Yes.
At some other
you
time.
have to manifest. If you really want it, get it.
I wonder. Yeah. I guess.
Like, seriously, sometimes I think about my life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow. Like, you always, okay, we're not greedy as human beings. We are.
Well, yeah, we're greedy.
But they say you never know when to stop. You want something, you get it, and you want something more. And
Exactly.
This is nature.
Exactly.
But sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm just so grateful, just at the moment right now. I'm
Mm-hmm.
grateful, for everything I have, for where I am. And I just think about things. I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember myself 5 years ago.
I just wanted more.
And this is exactly where I wanted to be today.
You are exactly where you want. Okay, cool.
But you're not happy with yourself. Is it a bad thing? Yes. Is it a good thing? Absolutely. Because you want to be better. You want to make something better. You want to, in a certain way, change the world. Like you changing the world by entertaining people or, by making them happy. Love. Because love does extend your life, right?
Right.
And is it a bad thing? Yes, because you're never happy with yourself. How miserable we are. Always complaining, always thinking that, we're not good enough. So,
But your better might actually be that little baby. That little baby is going to be part of your better.
probably.
You know what I mean? It's going to be part of your better. Because listening to you talk, you completely understand what you want to do. You're a little shaky on the time schedule. But you want to have children. It's not just cultural. You want to be
Okay, there are some people who don't want to have children, but who doesn't want to have a family, a loving husband,
right.
Who loves you unconditionally, respects you, have this support, and you're so compatible with each other, and you have these beautiful kids running around in the house, with these puppies and dogs, and it sounds like the perfect life.
It sounds perfect,
You
yeah.
have this amazing job you love to, you wake up every Monday and you're like, yes, I'm gonna go to work. Everyone wants that life. It just
fly back and forth to New York.
No,
I mean, excuse me, I meant LA. You've been back and forth to LA. Okay. Your family lives in Kyrgyzstan. It's almost like it's the Sweden of Russia. Yes.
Well,
Switzerland.
naturally, yes.
Okay.
It's not Russia, it's by China.
Oh, China. It's okay.
Yeah, let's say Russia because it's Soviet Union.
Okay.
Okay.
And you used to be a model, correct?
I modeled, yeah, but it wasn't ever my thing. I mean, I love taking pictures,
Right,
but I've never really went for it. Like, oh, you know, I want to be a model. No, I wanted to hire models to work for me, and that's what I do now.
A lot of your life is a lot of people's fantasy. You've already lived out a whole lot of people's fantasy. So when you talk about this perfect life, this great life, you've already got it. You have it now. So the only thing it sounds like the only thing missing from this life that you've talked about is the husband and the children. Because all the rest of that stuff you've got.
I need to
And you worked for it.
no, this is the thing. So to me, I'm very independent, right?
Yeah.
So I need to feel secure, confident, independent. Like I need to make it in some way of like it's not even financial. It's about like
your purpose.
confidence.
Your purpose.
Your purpose.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I'm gonna be ready for that children, husband thing. Even though back in the day, my parents do it differently. They did it differently because they met when they were 19 and 20,
Right.
and they build themselves together. And this is an amazing thing.
So,
But it's not happening anymore. I mean,
well, look, after this product line opens up in LA, that security, that thing you're talking about, that's it. That's part of it.
yeah, okay, I'm gonna go. I need to find a husband now.
Yeah, because I mean, look, because once you open up an LA market, and New York is right next. That's the next thing over there. That's an automatic. You start here or you start there. Doesn't matter which way you start. You start here, that's conquered. You start there, this is conquered. Then the next thing is just finding the right guy.
But no, we're not looking. Remember?
Well, no, since I didn't say looking. I didn't say looking. I said finding, not looking.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? You're kind of inspirational. I would, and rather than deleting this, I would like to post this interview on YouTube because you got some really. You're not at all dull. Okay, you're very interesting.
I just got a new blog.
And exactly, you know, and there's never a better time to have pictures taken than when your hair just got done. So if I'd like your permission, I'd like to post this interview on YouTube.
Let me think what I didn't say in the beginning. Did I say anything?
You didn't say anything remotely embarrassing or compromising.
I'm actually not afraid to embarrass myself.
Okay. Well, you haven't said anything that would look bad on the interview. But that's cool, man. You know what? I think you're right. You're right there. Do you have an Instagram?
Yes, I do.
Say what it is so people can follow you. When I post it, they can find you and follow you.
I'll give you my card, by the way.
Okay, cool.
And we can exchange info. You have your card?
Of course.
Maybe next time I'm gonna go come see you.
Absolutely, come see
And your,
see me do my stand-up.
yeah.
Larissa. Ah, that's a perfect line.
Yeah, this is it.
Okay, cool. That way I can tag you so when people see you up there, because interestingly enough, there are people that my followers, I don't have a lot, I'm like maybe 600 followers, but 100 of them have been in this car.
That's amazing.
And some of them are models, some of them are in fashion, so they can find you. I want those people to be able to find you.
It's a fun ride. It was really fast. My flight is at 6.
You got time? Well, you.
It's okay. I have my computer with me. I'm just gonna do some things.
That's all right. Wow. I know this is one of the things that drags about this, the whole being at the airport 2.5, 3 hours before your flight. It's kind of unnecessary. In the old days, I could drive you here 15 minutes before your flight, and you get on the plane.
Yeah. Well, this is a late thing, so I'm not gonna have a car when I'm moving.
Oh no, you don't need a car in LA anymore.
Exactly.
Those days are over.
So cheap.
Yeah, it's so cheap. Just ride
It's
over.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's more expensive to have a car.
Exactly.